Hey, Mrparka here to review a new one from Unearthed Films. This came out a little bit ago. It's called Creeper. I had not really heard all that much about it, but it's Unearthed, so it's usually worth checking out with them. I put this in and I realized it has a nice hook in the beginning. There's a naked girl in a dog cage, and I was like, in kind of like a swampy area, and I was like, oh dear God. And a chain pulls her underwater, and there's no cuts. She pops out of the water later on. But I mean, the movie opens up like that, and it kind of just made my jaw drop for a second. That that took some balls for an actress to get in the water like that. Definitely kind of a freaky scene. So right away they caught my attention. The plot kind of feels a little bit like the movie Girl House in the opening. It's these kind of sex cam girls kind of screwing with this mentally handicapped guy they find on the internet. So right away they establish these three girls. All the characters, there's four of them that are actually doing it, are all horrible individuals. It's actually a war vet too, to make it even worse, who had suffered some trauma or something wrong with him. They basically make him humiliate himself for prizes of them showing their breast and things like that. So yeah, it starts off with that point. Then they decide to take it to the next step and actually try to kill him. What happens here is the second half of the film, he survives, and you learn from his doctor that he's off his meds. He's a monster. This guy gets his intelligence back. He's no longer childlike, and he becomes a stone cold killer. He's obviously trained from the military, and he's a certified nutball, and he's a badass. The guy who plays the Creeper is a tremendous actor in the fact that he plays two roles in the movie. He plays this kind of schlubby, mentally handicapped loser, and then the second half of the movie he plays this stone cold quiet killer. He doesn't say one word throughout the movie, and he gets a good performance, which I think is impressive, to be honest. All the girls in the film are good actresses as well, and a lot of people will notice that they're nude throughout the movie. Plenty of nudity in here, very gratuitous nudity, kind of exploitation style. The director seems to have been going for that. There's a grindhouse filter over it. I'm not a huge fan of the grindhouse filter. I just but I watch a lot of films, so I just kind of get or movies. I get burnt out on it. Other people are gonna watch it and be completely fine with it. The movie has some pretty cool shots. They set up some cool shots with people walking past trees, and a lot of the shots look like classic old films. There is some dodgy CGI in here, but there's also some more subtle CGI that I think that some people won't notice, and it looks pretty good. Like I said, some of it I'm just not a fan of it. I thought the explosions looked kind of cool with the CGI, and there is a scene in here throughout the movie that you think, oh, well, we're just going to kind of get your stalk and slash, and for about 10 minutes it turns to a full-blown action movie with some cool sequences in there involving a grenade canister, a gas canister going in somebody's mouth, which I've never seen. So yeah, my only two complaints about the film, honestly, are I wasn't a fan of the score or the music cues. They just felt very repetitive, and that's just preference, I guess I say. You can't really hold it against a preference. It's just something I didn't particularly care for, and I didn't like the grindhouse filter on it. Besides that, I like the element that they made the women the bad pit guys, and kind of taking advantage of a man and treating him like crap. So often it's the other way around. But yeah, they also have some callbacks to how he was treated. He treats them like that. There's some pretty nasty stuff in here involving crap at one point, and it's a very mean spirited movie. There's a commentary on here where the director and one of the actresses and I think a special effects artist, they really don't hold back. They say lots of things about the cast and crew, and it doesn't sound like that great, that fun of a shoot for some people. Some people, they seem like they had a great time, but yeah, it also has some behind the scenes things on the disc. But all in all, some people would dig this, some people won't dig this, but I'm actually glad I watched it. And I look forward to seeing kind of what the director will do next, but more looking forward to seeing what the killer will do next, because the Creeper, and actually a lot of the actresses were pretty good in this movie. That's from Unearthed Films. Check it out if you're interested. I'm Mrparka. Good one. Have a good one.